We have a brand new adventure today. We are on the trail of a Civil War camp. Now this is a camp I actually have been looking for many, many years, and this is a new property, and I'm here with my friends Herb and Lance, who's over there. I'm not going to exactly show them to you right now because people will figure out where we're at, and we've got to keep this kind of secret, you know what I mean? Anyway, what we'll do is we're going to start searching around a little bit. When we start to get into some things, we'll get the camera out and it's going to be amazing. I'm hoping that camp was right here. Could have been on the next farm over though. We'll know probably in 10 minutes. Wish us luck. This is my first signal of the day. I've only been here a couple minutes. I didn't do a video of it because it wasn't like really clear. I can tell it was kind of small. But I think that's going to be it. And I think that's lead. So that could be a good sign. It is. Look at that. Well, the question is going to be, is it fired or dropped? That is a fired pistol ball, probably. And we don't know for sure, but I'm going to say it's from the Civil War because there was a battle in this area. A skirmish. You can see, well, you can actually see the rifling on the sides too a little bit. Very first relic. We're on the board. Woohoo! So this is my second signal, and it is a hot rock. Gives a nice decent squeak, but it reads really low on the meter. But I'm going to dig everything that squeaks out here, just in case there is a Civil War camp here. I don't want to miss any little buttons or any really small things. Hot rock, really light. This is like burned coke, I do believe. So there could have been a forge out here, a field forge for fixing horseshoes and all kinds of other military equipment. Or this could have come from the farm itself where they might have had a forge, blacksmith shop. So Lance this is like his second time he's ever been metal detecting. So I'm trying to teach him a little bit about what to look for out here. So I'm going to be hanging out with him. And I was telling him about to look for like pieces of bricks in oyster shells. And I was explaining to him the importance of oyster shells, at least in this area. You know, prior to the Civil War, we ate a lot of oysters in this area because they came in as backhauls from the coast by the teamsters, you know, the guys with the horses and the wagons before the railroads came in and put them out of business. And guess what? There's an oyster shell. That is a dead critter. But over here, I see an oyster shell. So this is telling me that we are one of two things, either getting close to a colonial home site or a home site, pre-Civil War home site, or there's a Civil War camp here. Well, let's make it three things. Or this was hauled out in someone's trash at one time. But this is a nice old oyster. I'm suspecting there's going to be a house site close by because the iron is starting to pick up. Let's go show Lance this. I think he'll get a kick out of it. Sorry about my runny nose and all my snorkels, but it just finished raining and it's kind of chilly and windy. Hey man, remember what I was telling you about the oyster shells? Oh, looky, yeah. Dude.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I'm thinking that we're close to a colonial home site probably, or a camp. Notice the iron's starting to pick up a little bit too.
Yes.
Yeah. Look what he's using. A Chig's Army Garrett.
It's the way to go.
Yeah, man. We'll have you digging belt buckles in no time.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. You know what? Yeah, I'll let you flip it. I think this is a not a positive. I think it's something you use to wind a watch, maybe. Watch winder. I'd have to look at it a little bit more, but it looks old. I'd say that's either colonial or Civil War or before. Good sign. That's another sign that could be a home site in the area. Cool. You know, that oyster shell. You got a nice old piece of brass like that. Congratulations. That's a cool relic. Awesome. Yeah. We had a big iron signal here. I thought we should go ahead and dig it. Just in case it's a shell fragment, but it isn't. That's part of a plow point. But, you know, it could have been part of a cannonball or a cool old colonial axe head, but it isn't. Oh well, not every signal can be a watch winder.
No, but that'll work.
Yeah, that'll work. So as I'm searching the field, I'm finding a little bit more iron, not a lot. I'm getting close to a road up here, so there's cans appearing. But that's not why I'm talking, and I'm not talking just to hear myself talk. When I was talking to Lance down here, he was telling me that back in the day, there's actually a cave on the property, and we're going to look at that later, that they used to find Indian artifacts and stuff. I don't know if in the cave or around the cave, I don't know. So I got my eyes open for Indian artifacts, and guess what? We have an Indian artifact somewhere here, somewhere. Do you see it? Should be really, really easy to see because it's quite different than everything else. Do ya? That's my one gratuitous do ya for this video, I promise, but I'll probably say it 100 times again. Looky there. That's called a point. Now that could go to an arrow, or it could go to a spear, or it could be hafted to use as a knife. I know we call them arrowheads, but they're not all arrowheads. That's a beautiful quartz Indian artifact, North American Indian. That could be, 5,000 years old easily. They were here probably 15 to 20,000 years ago, they think. But yeah, Indian artifact, sweet. Definitely on the board now. All right, have to get you out for this because it got a nice squeaky right there. Hopefully it's not that black thing in the, it could be that thing actually. But yeah, it's reading about 80, nice high squeak. Probably this, isn't it? Oh, it is. I'm not sure what it is actually though. Just looking at, it's not iron naturally, but it's really light, and I'm seeing this corrosion right here, so that's telling me it's probably made out of zinc, which would make it, post-Civil War for sure. False alarm. Well, that's a weird little rock formation. Look at that hole right there. And groundhog has dug it out. How bizarre. How bizarre. I just had a little signal here. I didn't get you out because we're right along, pretty close to the road, and I was afraid it might be a piece of can, but I'm thinking it might not be now. I think it's in this clod. Yeah, it's in this clod right here. It's fairly small. It's not big. That's probably it right there. That could be a piece of can actually. Yeah, it's a piece of can, I think. Make sure it's not, feels almost like lead. If it's lead, that's a good sign. If it's aluminum, it's a bad sign. Yeah, I think it's a piece of chopped up can. Sorry about that. Let's wander down here and see how the boys are making out. I'm really thinking there's a home site here. It's another oyster shell, looky. Yeah, we'll definitely walk back. I'm gonna leave my stuff here. I'll come right back to here. How you guys making out? I got a couple things, and I'm finding some oyster shells, so I think there's going to be a home site in this field. Just a matter of finding it, but we'll find it. Anything good? Anything worth looking at?
Just 22 shells.
Oh.
Enough parts to build a tractor.
Yeah, I found a few of those. He has a nice watch winder, Lance. Did you see that? Really I do have a couple things. I'll show you. Let's see. It's not. There's one underneath that coke.
This?
That's the most interesting one, actually. Yeah, check it out.
Nice. That is sweet.
And I got a little round ball that was fired. That could be from the Civil War. It probably is, actually, because we did have vampire bullets in this area.
Yeah. Wow.
Another oyster shell right over there. I'm telling you, I think we're going to be on something here in a minute. Did you find any concentrations of iron anywhere yet, or could you went out that way?
No, the closer you get to the road, the more junk you find.
Yeah.
Mostly tractor parts.
Okay. I wouldn't mind just circling around here a little bit more to see if there's going to be a spot here that's loaded. Well, I don't know if it's loaded, but it's going to have some good colonial stuff in it for those oyster shells.
All right.
I thought it might be on the little hill over there, but I mean, it could be right over there too on the other field. You guys good to go for a bit more?
Yeah, absolutely.
More! I quit saying that. All right. Yeah, hopefully we can find that spot, because if we do, we could find some good colonial coins. Another oyster shell. Is that pottery? No. Unfortunately, the oyster shell is like, the other one I found was on the other hill, so I don't know if we're getting close, or yeah, it could be on that ridge where those trees are too. There could be a home site over there, or further out in the cornfield where the corn's standing. First little niblet of pottery, very small. It could be old, it probably is. Pottery, oyster shore right behind me. Hopefully we'll get glass. A piece of brick. Looky! I was telling Lance about the bricks too. Little chunks of brick like that. So I want to make sure I'll show him this. That means we're close. We're very, very close. I also did find that piece of can not too far from here too. So it could be more of that, but we won't know until we dig it, will we? I should have gotten it. Yeah, let's get the pinpointer out so don't waste too much of your time. No, he's still in a hole. There's in it. You know what? What I'm going to do is kind of ground balance it to this ground because it might be picking up mineralization too. Yeah, it was, but or other things. Oh no, is that it? Can you see that? No, yeah, okay. All right, piece of brass or copper. Not sure what it is yet. Don't know if it's old or new. When I say new, I mean, you know, post-Civil War, so 160 years or so. I think this is going to be a piece of a, God, I hate digging with the gloves. So much more difficult for me to manipulate stuff like that. All right, so this is some type of old brass thing. I don't know the name of it, but it's going to be off of like a piece of horse equipment, I'm pretty sure. Could date, I'm not sure the date either. It's very crude, troll train, very crude construction, so that could be pre-Civil War or Civil War era, but it's definitely some type of horse tack. Well, probably some type of horse tack. It's old though. How you making out over here?
Getting all kind of crazy signals.
Getting anything old yet?
Yeah.
No. I think that what we're looking for is actually going to be across that fence right there. And there's more pottery, and I'm getting a lot more iron signals like nails. So I think it's just across the fence. I don't know if it belongs to the same people. Probably does because there's a gate there, but yeah. I suspect there's going to be a home site between there and the road. Loaded with old colonial coins. Connecticut coppers, Vermont coppers, Massachusetts coppers.
Confederate gold.
Confederate gold. There you go. All right, man. Just want to give you the skinny on what I'm seeing. Right, hey, look at that. I'm always looking at the poop. Look at all the seeds. That's probably where there's a raccoon using that for latrine at one point. Those are cherry seeds from cherries. Sorry for that, guys. I was looking though, you never know. So we're moved out of the fields. We're going to go back there, but we're going to look for a real hot spot on the property first. This is a stone wall. It looks like it goes up that way. So this would be old. And I don't know if this would be part of just walls that went around the property at one time or parts to a house. Could have been a house here or a cemetery. A lot of the rocks are missing if it's a wall though, isn't it? Just a wall. So maybe there's a house over in this area. Caves over here too. We're gonna look at that in just a minute. Very short wall, very short. This could be a yard. This could be something going on here with, I'll go ahead and get my machine running and see if we can find something good. Get a nice little hot spot and we'll get you back out. Well, it looks like we found the cave. Check it out. I thought that was going to be a, like a root cellar or something when I first saw it. See how this rock is like that? It's almost smooth. I thought it was concrete, but that is definitely, look at the bottles down in there. They look kind of old too. Somebody used that as a dump. But yeah, look at that. What do you say? That's pretty cool right there, if you ask me. Oh, well, I checked my bag, and unfortunately I took my flashlight out when I got in the truck this morning, so I do not have it on me. But we're going to go down there and just look around a little bit anyway, see what we can see. If the bottles are old enough, we can come back here and dig it out, I think. So, well, we'll have to ask the owner, but she probably won't mind. All right, you ready? Wow, that's cool, isn't it? We definitely use it as a dump. That's cork-top bottles just laying there. Look at that. Wow. Well, So just looking around here, I'm seeing some cool bottles. I mean, some cork tops. It's not ancient, but there could be some old ones in here. There's a passage that goes off that way. It's really green. It's got a lot of like algae on the ceiling. That's why it's so green. Lots of blue bottles. There's a raccoon latrine in the back. You can see all the poop. And looks like there's a little tunnel going down that way. And animals coming in and out of it, so that might be worth digging out. I don't know. Wish I brought a flashlight, but to be honest with you, I probably couldn't see anything anyway. I mean, it could be full of trash. But boy, I'd love to get back in here and just kind of dig this out. Maybe see if that one keeps going. And see what's in here. I mean, these bottles are pretty cool. We'll definitely have to wear a mask if we come back, though. I love that little bottle. Look at that color. Never seen one quite like that. Strange color. Heinz. It's a Heinz bottle with a patent date on it. But blue. You know what? I bet it has some something inside. It looks like it's got some like blue dye or something in there. But this was that's definitely cork top. Maybe a bunch of them. Lysol bottles. I'm telling what's down underneath here. Wow, that was in that bottle. That's a pretty blue color too. Wow. Some cans. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth trying to get back in here again, dig this out. We'll do that one day. That passage goes back. I can't see the end of it, but it looks like it's going up. So I don't know about that, but there's a hole here for a reason. Another Lysol bottle. Sweet. That's awesome, man. That's the one that interests me right there. It's filled in, but I think it'd be worth trying to dig out. All right, let's get back out here and get back to digging. I think they're waiting on me. Oh, it's really kind of cool down here. I don't have my flashlight. I left it in the truck.
Hold on, I got you covered.
There's excellent. There's a bunch of bottles down here. This would be worth digging out as a bottle dump just for the heck of it. I mean, some cork tops and this passage goes up that way. I can't see, but it's going up. This one goes down. Looks like it's full, but it might be worth digging out. So here we go. We got a flashlight for us. Okay, it's a little tiny hole. You obviously can't get in it. Something's been going in and out though. That would definitely be worth digging out a little bit. Maybe trying to stick a camera back in there. Try to avoid the poo. And, ooh, that passage goes back too. Let's crawl over there and take a quick peek at that. Can't tell if it goes down or not. Oh, he stinks. Wow. Boy, this is horrible. All right. Oh, that keeps going. I'll go back just a little bit. Not too far, though, since we only have one flashlight. And I have all my digging stuff on still. And it stinks like raccoons. All right, ready. Oh, yeah, see, it's this latrine. A bunch of poop. Bottles way back in here, though. That's odd, isn't it? But that passage keeps going. Look at that. It keeps going for sure. That'd be worth digging out. Talk to the owner about that. Boy. Man, this stinks. Wow. Look at this bottle. Broken. This is absolutely full of bottles in here. It's probably 10 feet of bottles. I'm definitely going to try to get us back in here. Maybe the last thing I do in my life, though, because it probably will be the last thing as much as it stinks. It's probably just full of viruses and all kinds of grody fungal infections. But we're coming back for sure, I can promise you. So we're working in the lower field just below the cave there, and these holes are quite interesting. I wish I brought my flashlight. A piece of plow on a rock. That means somebody's dug here before. But this looked interesting down here, key-wise. Let's just take a quick peek. Looks like a lot of dirt is sunken in, but I'm not really seeing any holes per se for a cave. Right down in the bottom there is very wet, and it's actually stream runs most of the year, so that probably wouldn't be too good anyway. And hole there, but you see dirt's been dug out from a groundhog, so it didn't sink into a cave. All right, let's get back to digging. Okay, so we move back into the cornfield and work down toward the other end, and I'm getting into an area where some very interesting pieces of pottery are turning up. Found a little bit of this, a few little scattered pieces of brick, and there's some more nails. I have not found anything great yet, but I think we're getting close. Another piece of redware right there. I'm hearing like some nails, but not a big concentration yet. So what I'm doing is I'm just going along, trying to follow the concentration, try to follow the nails and look for better and better concentrations. Little piece of glass right there. Something shiny. So you hear beep, beep here, beep, beep there, but when they start to get thicker, I think they're a little thicker here than they were a few minutes ago. And I just keep circling around, just like I'm doing here. Again, I'm not looking for a coin or a button or anything right now. I'm really looking for the site. And I'm gonna find that site most easily by chasing the iron, the concentration of iron. I think we're close. Just give me a little more time. Because when we hit that a home site, a true home site, it'll just be going nuts with the iron. So we just have to track it down. We could be on near an outbuilding or something here. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and dig that because of course I didn't carry my shovel with me. It's way down there. Okay, I'm gonna get my shovel, go back and dig that, and then I'm gonna skip the tennis ball. And that's a good signal there too. Come back and dig that one. All right, I'm gonna get my shovel. I'm getting excited now. All right, I got my shovel. This is actually a third target that was down near my shovel. It's not the best squeak, but it's a squeak I want to dig. I don't think it's going to be very big, but just I'm curious about this one. But until we figure out what's going on here, I don't know. It's definitely not iron. Could be a little BB button, hopefully, or BB gold coin. You see it? There it is. What is it? That is, I don't know. Let's take a close-up of it. I don't know if that's going to be melted aluminum or like a piece of button. Looks almost like pewter, doesn't it? All right. Yeah, it's not aluminum, it's too heavy, so it's either lead or pewter. It looks like something's melted. I dropped it. I'll go ahead and pick it up, throw it in a bag. It's either melted, it looks like probably melted button. So this is one of the signals that we had. So let's go ahead and, well, I'll let you listen to it again. It's definitely not iron. It's not too big, could be a button. Not like a colonial coin. I think it's gonna be right in there. I don't think it's gonna be very deep by the sound of it. Whoops. Whoops. You don't want to tell everybody not to do. I always tell people, get it out of the hole first before you start looking for it. And I probably should have heeded my own, I got the camera too close. Probably should have heeded my own advice. But I got the camera out. I'm taking shortcuts. I shouldn't do that. It's also a little deeper than I thought it was. All right. All right, it's in here. Oh no. What is it? That is a piece of lead, melted lead. All right, that's a good sign. So yeah, that's a piece of melted lead, coupled with the redware and the other stuff we're finding. I think we're on this site or pretty close to it. Let's go dig that other signal, and then we'll really get down to it and try to find something good. This should be the last signal here. And that sounds pretty good. Cut myself on a corn stalk, my thumb. I guess I ought to put my gloves back on, but I like digging without gloves. Make sure it's out of the hole. And not getting a squeak there, are we? Let's get you a little closer here, see what we got. Oh no, it's a round piece of iron. I don't know what that is. It's not like a typical ring that you would have for harnesses. Really, really heavy. I think it's broken off right here. All right, let's go around some circles, see if we can find the honey hole. Well, 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 check out this. That is a nice little sinkhole. You can see where the water's been washing down in it, taking the corn stalks. All kinds of little critter holes. That's a leg breaker. Looks like a cave. Oh man, look at that. Let me get the flashlight out and we'll check it up close. You gonna go in if it's a giant cave system? Maybe.
Shiny, sparkly stuff. I'll dive
Yeah,
in.
for sure. All right, let's check out these little groundhog holes first. That look like it could go down 1,000 feet from here. Well, that one doesn't go down 1,000 feet, but it does go straight down. Okay, let's go ahead and dig this out just a little tiny bit. We have a couple more fields we just discovered we can go in over there, so we can go detecting over there. Lance had to leave. I just want to dig it out and see if it'd be worth coming back. If nothing else, maybe dropping the camera down in that hole. Well, maybe not. Yeah, all right, that's 1 minute. Let's check this hole out. All right, yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. I think it might be worthwhile dropping the camera down in this hole. And the property owner was telling me about another cave that's down in front, and it's just a slit in a rock, and you see way down in it. So we're gonna come back and look at that another day, and I'm gonna bring my camera and we'll drop it down there and see if we can make another slit cave out of that one. Oh, well, look at what we have here. This is our first genuine Civil War relic. This is a bayonet scabbard tip. There'd been leather coming up here that the bayonet would have gone into, and the point would have come into this leather, and there would have been a finial on the end, another little metal thing. It could still be in the hole. All right, have a nice little squeaker here somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of out of frame, maybe. Turn you a little bit. All right, here's a decent signal. We're about 3 feet away from this, well, 5 feet away from the scabbard tip I just dug. Hopefully that got it. Woo, it's windy. Okay, it's kind of in that loose dirt right here on the side of the hole. Let's come down here closer. 100% if it's going to be a really good target or not. Wait, that's in my hand. Half grunt, half squeak. Squeaking now. Grunting and squeaking. All right, so whatever it is in here. Do you see it? Oh my God, it's small. It's tiny. What is it? All right, what we have here is not a failure to communicate, but a little piece of copper. Very, very thin. That could be a Civil War. Oh no. Looky, you know what that is. This is porcelain, probably from a mason jar lid. That's a mason jar lid right there. There's probably more of it in the hole. Yeah, it's a mason jar lid. No, that's not Civil War era. All right, oh, I can see it right there. I'm not too worried about breaking it, to be honest with you. Well, not much of a mason jar lid. That was it. It's more of it in my hand. Yeah, there's some more of it. I think so. That's probably the centerpiece, I guess. Or a button. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like a button, doesn't it? I'm gonna clean it off, be right back with you. Oh, I'm not really gonna let you go in there. That's a button, dude. I think. Not sure about this one. This could be something. So I've been digging around this hillside for a while. Well, not really digging, just walking and listening. And it's infested with iron. Now, I don't know if it's fence wire or square nails, and I hate to say it, I never dug any of the signals to see because there were no squeaks in between. But I got kind of a mixed signal right in here. There was some grunting and squeaking going on. So I went ahead and dug it, and sure enough, it's a square nail. And this is actually the second one I've dug right in this general area. Not too far from the bayonet scabbard tip. But I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you look, there's also a bullet. Look right there. That's a Sharps bullet. It's a Sharps bullet from the American Civil War. Dropped, and it's mixed in with the nails, so I'm thinking that this is definitely a camp here. Now, it may have been dug very hard over the years, some years ago, and that's why I'm not hearing a lot of bullets in here and a lot of other squeaks, but there's definitely targets in here. We're on a camp, baby. This is the flat area up here where I was getting all that iron signals, and I went ahead and just took headphones off for a minute so you can listen to it. And I think those are all square nails. The further up the hill I went, the more I got. But I do have a signal right here. Here, a lot of iron, like this big piece of iron there. Now this was a bizarre little signal here, and I went ahead and dug it, and it's a bunch of this stuff, which I have no idea what it is. Well, I mean, it's like it's almost like a zinky pewter, could easily be of the era, and you can see there's a bunch more still in the hole. I mean, it's, you know, it's pretty much falling apart, so I don't know what it even could have. Looked like it had, oh, it was wood on it. A little bit of wood with this. Maybe it's a little box or something. I don't know. If you guys have any idea, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and finish digging it out. See if there's anything. Well, I'll just set you up. That way I don't have to remember to tell you. You can watch. I suspect it's just the thin layer of that junk right there. Junk. Yeah, look, it's a piece of wire or something too. Isn't that weird? Let's see. No, see, that's not even wire. That might be part of whatever it was. Got the little doodads on the ends. I don't know. That's rock right there. There's a lot of rock out here. I don't know if I'm going to gather all that up, unfortunately. Here's a lid to something. That's about all I'm going to dig. I'm going to run the machine over it and see if there's anything big in there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. You tell me. I'm putting it in the bag though. Nice, solid. I mean, like, yeesh, really good signal. That's really sweet. Right about underneath that leaf. Let me set you up. The clicking you hear on the metal detector is the electric fence. It seems to be coming and going. I'm gonna bring my bag with me, so I don't have my pin pointer. So I'm gonna take a nice big hole in this one. See if it's over there. Now, I'm going to tell you something. That signal's too good not to get the pin pointer. Well, let's see if it's in the loose dirt, we'll just get it. Otherwise, I have to get the pin pointer. That's a really, really good signal. Nope. Nope. Oh boy, that might be it right here. Look. There, oh, it's a coin. Hopefully you can see that. It looks like it's going to be a large cent, probably. Right here. Is it? Oh, it is. Well, some type of, I'd say it's a coin for sure. Not sure if it's I guess it's probably going to be a colonial copper. It looks too small for a large cent. Let's see. Scratching this dirt off of here a little bit. And it's completely wiped, dudes. Might be able to get, let me just, on my pants just a little bit here, might be able to figure out what it is, but that's about it. No, I can't even see it. Whoops. I think I'll be able to get enough of that design off of it to figure out what it is. I'll try to get you close up with my good camera. And but it's definitely a colonial era coin. Yeah, it's just wasted. Oh, it's got stars on it. You see some stars right there, but boy, it doesn't look like an American cent, does it? I don't know what that's going to be. We'll find out.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand.